Hello, my name is Amy Sturkey. I'm a pediatric physical therapist. I'm here with Rachel Ladnier, and she is someone that I have been really wanting to interview for some time. She has cerebral palsy. She's about a level 4 cerebral palsy, which means she needs support to sit, she needs support to walk. She mostly uses a power wheelchair for mobility, and we're on our second interview, and I wanted to ask her yet more questions. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Tell me what therapies you've done.
I've done speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy.
You've done all three then, all the three big ones.
Yes.
So that seems like that's a lot right there. Did you do those just once a week, or did you do more than that?
I did them once a week on a regular basis, but I had an opportunity to do this therapy up in Michigan. It's called Europedes.
Europedes.
They do this therapy with this spacesuit that the Russians came up with. It was for their people who went to space for their muscles for atrophy, and they found out that it was good for people with cerebral palsy to figure out what they needed to be doing with their muscles. It was very intense. It was 4 hours a day, 5 days a week.
4 hours a day, 5 days a week. You know, Rachel, I know you like me, but I think you'd whop me upside my head 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. How long did you do that?
I did it for 1 week at a time, and I went twice.
Okay.
I basically went home and went to bed.
It just wore you out.
Yeah.
And did you see differences with it?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. So that's kind of a non-traditional therapy. Did you do any other outside of OT, PT, and speech?
I rode horses. I did hippotherapy.
Hippotherapy, yeah.
And I also did for a period of time some hyperbaric oxygen.
Oh, how interesting, hyperbaric oxygen. So that's the one where you get in that container thing and they increase the oxygen level and try to help regrow brain cells. Is that right?
Yeah.
Ish.
But I stopped because the ones that I was in, I had to have a person go in with me. Because I couldn't sit up or tell them when the pressure was too much. So
how interesting, I didn't know that.
That lasted only about a couple months.
Okay. Was that here in Charlotte or was that somewhere else?
That was here in Charlotte.
Okay. And you have tricky vision too. Have you done any vision therapy?
No.
No vision therapy. And you've done some music therapy too, right?
Yes, actually with you.
Yeah.
That was fun. I remember, like, I saw a different therapist when I was a kid, and I always thought you were the coolest.
I was the coolest. I'm liking this interview a whole lot right now. I'm just telling you. I didn't see you when you were younger. I only saw you when you were older. Maybe your sense of coolness developed over time. So tell me, what do you think makes a good therapist?
Somebody that's willing to listen to the patient and listen to the family and not not make the patient their expert of their life, and not and help them through their journey.
Right. So you were saying that make them be the leader of the team.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think that it's important that it's a team process, but you're in the lead. I make suggestions of ideas of things that I feel like I can help, but you end up choosing what your goals are, what you want to work toward.
Yes.
And I do think it's just funner to work with somebody who's fun. I mean, if you're going to put in all that work, you might as well be having a good time.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of the reasons you thought, when you said, oh, that Amy is cool, I want to hang out with her. If I'm going to do therapy, if it's going to be a bunch of work, it might as well be with somebody fun.
Yes.
Right. Ha! Wow, that took quite a commitment from your family to be able to take you to all those different therapies. Did you go to special schools too?
Yes, I went to the orthopedically impaired school for elementary. But I came home in 5th grade and said to my mom, we're learning consonants and vowels again.
In 5th grade.
Yeah, and she decided to bring me home and homeschool me.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's tricky because there are people who have cerebral palsy at your level of involvement who have normal intelligence, but there are some people who don't have typical intelligence. So if you're in a room with other people who are on the physical level that you are, then they're probably, a lot of them, not going to be on the intellectual level that you are.
Yeah, and that's a problem that I have all the time. So many people tell me I'm a special case because I'm so physically disabled, but so intelligently smart.
Right.
That's something I run into.
Right, and you need the extra assistance that would be available in the orthopedically handicapped classroom, but then you're not challenged intellectually.
Yes.
And I'm not sure, so you ended up being homeschooled from 5th grade on?
I was homeschooled until high school. My mom thought it would be good for me to go to high school to have the advantage of getting an IEP for college.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to figure out how to teach me a language, so my mom brought me back home.
So they didn't want to teach you like a Spanish or something or is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Wow. So you just for the Spanish for all of high school?
That was the classes that they wanted to put me on a vocational track.
Oh.
And that would exclude a language and chemistry.
Oh, so that just wasn't acceptable. So that's when you came back home again?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. So your mom ended up homeschooling you, and she was taking you to all those therapies, and you required more assistance. How do you feel like having cerebral palsy affected you and your family?
I was talking to my mom today about it, and she said that the reason I stopped going to OT was because I had so many appointments and my sister and brother had homework to do. So that was a therapy that
Just got,
yeah.
yeah.
And I do think it was hard on them because I got more of the attention, but I needed more.
Yeah, so you have a brother and a sister, right?
Yes.
And so your mom had her hands full. And how do you feel like your brother and sister, how do you feel like it affected them and your relationship toward them?
I don't think, I feel like, it affected them, but they don't like they were good at making sure I didn't see that.
I see both your, I don't know them well, but what I know of your brother and sisters are they are amazing people. And I can't help but think part of why they're amazing is their relationship to you.
Yes, they are amazing people.
And I think that if you have you as a sister, you learn patience and you learn wonder and you learn perseverance and you learn how to work through adversity and how to see the fantastic parts of things. I mean, I'm sure there are the negatives too, but I can't help but think that you helped shape them in a wonderful way.
Well, thank you.
And tell me how having cerebral palsy has affected you. I mean, you answer first before I say what I think.
Well, I knew that I was different as a child, but my parents, always made sure, I could do everything. So I really was impacted with it as a child, but now as an adult and being out in the world, it's got harder.
So your parents protected you when you were younger, but as you've gotten older and trying to navigate life as
Yes.
a young adult more independently, it's tougher.
Yes.
And that's true from living situations, job situations.
Yeah. One situation that was kind of hard is when I graduated, I went up on stage like everybody else. I made sure my caregiver was there so I could have visual. I could have somebody visually there so I didn't fall. But I went up and the chancellor was shaking people's hands and I stopped and gave her my hand and she didn't shake it.
Oh gosh. So for graduation, you went up on stage and to get your certificate and your diploma, and you reached out your hand and they didn't realize that you were wanting a handshake as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see where that'd be frustrating. And I bet there's just countless examples of stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, I think this is a good start for our second video, but our 10 minutes is close to run out.
Okay.
How about we talk again more later?
Okay, thanks, Amy.
Thank you, Rachel. I hope this is helpful for you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. If you liked this video and would like to be notified by email when the next video comes out, click the subscribe button here and click the golden bell icon and ensure notifications are enabled on your account.